It's Talk to Me Tuesday. It's your girl Anja, and on today's episode, it's going to be a celebration of season three. I know we have three seasons under our belt, and it just keeps getting more and more exciting. This season, I put in some theme episodes and along with our regular content. So we have anywhere from like Christmas, Valentine's Day to our normal great amazing interviews with extraordinary people. So it's been a while, guys. So let's take a look back and see all the things we got into. All right, let's go. Ew.
Okay, so I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with the Big Jam. It's pretty popular in Chicago. So at the time I was in college and I was actually picked to be one of the backup dancers for the opening for the Big Jam. I'm super excited. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna meet all these celebrities. This is great. And long story short, 3 days before the show, I tore my ACL.
What were you doing?
I was at rehearsal.
Oh,
No, I was at rehearsal for the show and it tore. So yeah.
Hymns and things of that nature. So for me, it's just my personal connection with God. I believe that the gift that I was given was supposed to magnify him. So, it's not that I don't like other genres or I would never pursue a career in other genres. It's just for me, gospel feels like home. Christianity feels like home for me. So that's just where I've been. If God opens another door, who knows? I could go into another genre, but for now, yeah, gospel's my home for right now.
oh, hey. Now that we're back, yes. Okay. All right. I'm got it together. I got my coffee. We're ready to go. So let's see. We have
Lunch break, we met up at a Dunkin' Donuts. In the parking lot though, and went on a walk. So we didn't actually go inside Dunkin' Donuts. We just went on a walk together.
Yeah, we just went on a walk. That was like our first time meeting because like
I
he said
love that.
he was busy with work, I was busy with work and school, and we had been talking for maybe what, like a couple weeks, two,
Yeah,
3 weeks.
yeah, I think so.
And we were talking on the phone a lot, like every day, every night. But we were like, when can we meet? When can we meet? And like he said, he worked right down the road from where I was living. So he actually met me during his lunch break. And that was our first time meeting each other. We just went on like a 10 to 15-minute walk. And then he was like, all right, I gotta go back to work. And I was like, okay, see you later.
You spread so much love and so much cheer. Like, how do you consistently do it? Who pours into you? I know you said Mrs. Claus has a huge hand in it, but like to keep your jolly up, how do you do that besides eating cookies and like, yeah.
The occasional eggnog helps.
Ooh, eggnog.
That's when the naughty people put food out for me.
More eggnog, parents. We need more eggnog.
Creative in the way that, they introduce themselves to me and I introduce themselves to them. Like, I'm not afraid to sing my name, They're like, what's this special hobby or special skill you have? And if I open up and be like, hi, I'm Sarah Lise and I love to sing, then they're like, okay, this girl's a little crazy, first and foremost, but also it gives me permission to be a little goofy. And now we're getting this, back and forth and people starting to feel comfortable because I'm not super straight laced. I like to have a little fun with them. And it can be really challenging though, right? You are sitting in a room with someone that you don't know. Your company is telling you have to attend this thing because it's going to help your stress. And they're looking at you like, okay, who's this lady? But
so not only was I a live in-game host for that season, but I also worked on the radio side. So I am going to put some radio tracks down and you can see what I was doing on the field and on the dugout for the season. So let's take a look. All right, let's go.
Actually, we were kind of talking about me potentially taking another job in the Thunder's organization. Just as once you have a job in sports, that's how you keep a job in sports. So like I just needed to land the first job.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I prayed about it. I gave it to God because I was like, one, I can't keep stressing myself because I was like, my anxiety was through the roof. I'm like bleeding through my savings account. Again, this is like during COVID, so like nobody was hiring. You couldn't work. I was on unemployment. But I just prayed about it, gave it to God. I just kind of like relaxed the rest of that summer. Went to summer league to make connections because that's essentially how you get a job in sports. It's like who you know, which it does suck sometimes. You can be the most qualified and not know anybody, but you have to work your connections a little bit. So I went to summer league. I made a bunch of connections, and then the Spurs job opened randomly. It was like I was in my hotel room like, I'm ready to go to this bar, but before I go take this drink,
Before we get litty, let me submit
hold on
real quick.
Yeah, it opened.
As we carry on. Okay.
Okay, go.
All right, so we're gonna go back to some random questions. So if you take, I'm gonna ask the question. If you take any hesitation, then you gotta take a drink.
I just finished this bottle.
Right. So now we've gotta move on. Okay, so or just don't hesitate, like just first thing that comes to mind, say it.
Okay, hit me.
Okay. All right. If you could hang out with any celebrity, who would it be?
Beyonce.
Okay.
Actually, can I change my answer? Like, I love Oprah. Like,
Wait,
Beyonce.
no,
like,
no,
like,
this is not.
Oprah.
This is a
Oprah.
spitfire round.
I love Oprah. Okay. So I don't know about you, but I'm loving all of season 3. And right now, I just want to focus on those themed episodes. We had what? Christmas, my birthday, New Year's Day celebration. What do we have? Valentine's Day, because love. And of course, we even took a look back on celebrating baseball season. So those are pretty incredible episodes. So I think we should take a closer look at those episodes and see some moments that I found really entertaining, as well as some moments that made me go, All right, let's take a look back. Okay, back. Fun fact, Ariel is all the way in Utah. So unfortunately, we can't be together for this birthday, but I'm so glad she's here with me virtually.
Yes.
All right, you ready to count down East Coast time?
Ready, let's do it.
All right, here we go. 5,
4,
3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday!
Happy New Year's, everybody. Yeah, and a happy birthday to me.
Yay.
Cheers to this. Happy 2023, everybody. 2022 was what it was. And now I'm ready to get started on the new year. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Right.
Let's get to it. What do we got?
All right.
All right. Do you have any secret recipes that we need to know about?
Oh, there are just so many.
What should I Google? What kind of recipe should I Google? Do you know what Google is?
I am catching up.
Okay, I know you've been around a long time, so I don't want to, I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah. Oh,
One of the last and favorite things that I have is, listen, not only did I have 2 pieces of official bubble gum that I put in the case because, listen, what is baseball without bubble gum? Literally, my favorite thing. And if I didn't have to talk the entire note, I would have bubble gum and bubbles out of my mouth 24/7. I would. So I always drove home blowing bubbles with official bubble gum. So, anyways, more importantly, I do have a game day baseball right here. It's one of my favorite things. I love this so much. It means the world to me. So yeah, I know true baseball fans are like, did she really put gum with her baseball? I did, but chill out. It's mine. It's not yours. So you don't go crazy on me. But yeah, I love it. I love it. So before we get into all of the things, I just wanted to share with you some of my favorites. Okay, Sean, this question is for you. So I know there is way too many women out here that just want breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So how did you avoid taking her to Dunkin' parking lot? Is that how you avoid making sure she just didn't want to talk to you for some food?
No,
Was that
that's
your plan all along?
no, that's funny. I think because I think it's important in online dating, right? To like maybe meet soon. I think even online friendships, like with Bumble BFF, apps like that, it's good to meet soon. I think you start to lose interest otherwise, or maybe there's not as many things to talk about. I mean, I think it can be pretty superficial just through like a web interface, something like that. So I think the big thing was like, hey, let's meet up. Let's say, hey, make sure we're real people. But pretty soon after, we did do something a little more. I mean, wasn't necessarily a full meal yet. We did go get frozen yogurt at a local place, so that is a step up.
That.
Yeah, I think
We started slow with the dating.
mhm.
Latasha from season 1, and she wants to know, how do you stay motivated to keep pursuing what you love?
I surround myself with people who are straight winners. And so anytime I take L's, they're probably winning. So if you hang around if you hang around a bunch of people who win all the time and like really are living their best lives and not competing with you and genuinely happy, like they lift you up. So I can call any of my friends and be like, yo, I did not make the audition. They said they were going to give it to me. They didn't give it to me. Like, I'm like devastated. I can call anybody in my circle and they can be like, look, take 2 seconds, breathe, bring it back. So I think the people that I surround myself motivate me in the times that I'm very frustrated with what I'm doing.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Musket Ridge Post Game Show. You've been listening to Frederick Keys Baseball. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Geico, Flamunden Hospitality Partners, Insurance First, Musket Ridge Golf Course, Comfort Inn Frederick, BGE Home, Frederick Sport and Spa, Maid Brigade, the UPS Store, Delaplane Visual Arts, and Hamilton Unlimited. Thanks for tuning in to Frederick Keys Radio Network. See you at the ballpark.
Okay. The next question we have for a guest, Chelsea Green, season 1. She wanted to know, let's see, if you could interview anyone, past, present, or future, dead or alive, who would it be and why? That's a pretty good question. Let me think. Let's see what's coming to me. Michael Jackson, because I think that he was extraordinary. Like, I would love to talk to him. Past, present, so like he's dead, so that would be like, oh, Harriet Tubman. Oh my gosh, like I have so many questions for Harriet Tubman.
I know Sean lived with roommates when he was in college, but other than that, so it was a pretty big transition for the both of us. So we definitely had our ups and downs and learning how to live with one another and learning each other's quirks. But I think both of us wanted to live with one another before getting married. Like we wanted to know that we would still be compatible while we were living under the same roof.
What are some gifts some people can give that isn't like materialistic, you would say?
I think a hug is probably the best gift that you can ever give to anyone. And usually it's not expected, but it's always warm and pleasant and very much appreciated.
Honestly, my favorite breakfast food, if you really want to get me excited, it's French toast. But don't get too excited because I hate eggy French toast. So I'm really particular. So I kind of like that like vegan vegetarian French toast, kind of, sort of. The kind that I make is what I'm saying. So let me put you on game. So I am not a hardcore vegan. Actually, I'm not vegan at all because cheese. Thank you, Lord. But like I do lean towards vegetarian. And so, well, what I'm about to say don't make any sense. Because I love a good, like, I discovered that you can make an eggnog. Like, you take eggnog, leave out the whole like full egg, but just use eggnog, and like you put like cinnamon, like girl. Then you like put the bread on both sides, and you make that French toast. Like, that's litty to me. Like, I'm here for it. Fresh fruits on top, extra whipped cream, because like if you know me, I don't play about my creams. Sour cream, whipped cream, cream cheese. so, so yeah, like I'm about that. You feel me? Like, guilty pleasure is
Cream. That's what I'm getting. That your guilty pleasure is a lot of cream.
so that's what I like.
I'm not-
Run tell that. Okay. I don't know about you, but I'm really loving these themed episodes. So I'm gonna continue to try to bring you some more like themed episodes. And yeah, okay, so now let's take a look back at some of these extraordinary people that I got a chance to interview. They literally of giving out life gems and great moments that made me smile. And I think we should really take some time to see what we learned on season 3. All right, let's check it out. What was it like touring with like the other people that wasn't necessarily a part of your group, but like the Kirk Franklins and like the, did you
Yeah,
get a chance to
so
like meet them? How was that?
yeah, I got a chance to meet Chandler Moore and Naomi Rain from Maverick City, and of course the legend Kirk Franklin. And they're just so wise, and just being able to listen to them and for them to be able to pour into us while we were on their tour was just absolutely amazing. And they had nothing but great things to say about our performances. So it was very, like, again, like a surreal moment, just being able to, see them physically and be able to talk to them, and and just learn. And like, even some of the shows after we did our set, we would come back out and watch them do their set, because it was their show. So we would come out and we would watch their set and just be sitting there like, wow, like, to say that we're a part of this. And this tour that we just went on was the biggest gospel tour in history.
Out of that interview, I'm getting in my car. I'm about to go turn this paperwork in to somebody who works in that department, and he calls me on my way, and he's like, "Hey, like, are you still interested?" And I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Well, I'll offer it to you right now." And he was like, "You can take a few days to tell me yes or no." And I was like, "Absolutely not." I said, "I'm about to go turn this application back in to tell them I'm good, and I'll be in San Antonio." He was like, "You get here in 10 days?" I was like, "Oof." In 10 days.
That's a really short turnaround, but I'll be there.
Gas up the pacer. Packed up my little two-door with everything that I needed. And just, I threw a lot away. I was like, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna start over. And like, that was it. So like, it took a while to get to the interview, but once I got there and you talked to them, it moved quickly. Like, they knew what they wanted.
Was there a moment that like pushed you into knowing you were ready to start your actual business?
Yes. So, unfortunately, grief has the power to both hurt us, both professionally and also personally. And that was when I realized that I was burned out. My father got sick at the age of 60 with stage 4 kidney cancer. And that's when I started to reevaluate what was really important to me. And I was working 45 hours in the fitness industry, grinding away, not really having any time for myself. I would be grabbing a bar, or grabbing Subway or Chipotle, and just try and relax for 10 minutes. But then I was on to the next client, on to the next place. And I needed a change because I didn't want to burn myself out. I didn't want to look at my life years on down and be like, what was it for? And
all right, cool. I can do this. And then I went to the audition. So I went to an audition, I was doing really well. And then sure enough, I was dancing, and I remember kicking my left leg in the air, and I heard a snap. And all of it, that was my left.
So you tore your left ACL at that moment.
At the audition, and because I was familiar at that point, I already knew. I was like, there it is. It happened.
I already know. I'm gonna take this L real quick. Give me a second.
So at that point, I did get carried out to the car by this really cute football player. Don't know who it is.
Yes, thank you.
But I did get carried out, and one of my best friends were with me at the time, and we were sitting in the car, and she was just like, she was in shock.
And some of the greats and honor some of the greats. But that's definitely been a challenge. Also just like keeping up with your voice. Like, I didn't tell a lot of people this, but when I was on tour, I actually caught the flu. So I was like I actually caught the flu, and for like a week I was going through a lot of voice trauma, and it hurt to sing, and it's just like one of those things, like, what do? You're on tour and you're here because of your voice, and now you can't really use your voice. So like I was like, am I gonna get cut? Are they gonna send me home? I didn't really know what to do, but I have such an amazing team and an amazing group that was with us, and they were able to give me some steps to kind of get my vocal health together. And no, they didn't send me home, but they just kind of guided me in a way to where that I could be at 100% again. So
I want to say maybe like 7 years later, it clicked. And
you
then
just woke up and you're like, okay, I see what you did there.
I was like, okay, God, I get it. So it wasn't meant for me to be this, traveling dancer. That's not what it was for. That's not what my purpose was for. And I had to understand that. I had to come to terms with that and be at peace with that. But now, with what I'm doing career-wise, it's worth it. Living in purpose is worth it. Yeah. So I have no, even though it's crazy, I have no regrets.
That is what life is all about, is like walking in your purpose and understanding that like you're doing the best with what you have. Literally do a lot of different things. Like, I mean, you're still singing professionally, you're still teaching classes, like fitness class. Like, how do you do it? Like, what does it look like?
Honestly, I'm big in doing productivity hacks for myself. So there's a lot of things, and I need to organize my day according to what I have as my current schedule. So I'll have a few clients in the morning, and then midday it might look like I'm just working on my business and organizing for the next event, for the next corporate training. I just have to be strategic. So I use the Pomodoro method a lot.
Rooms. Last words of wisdom for them.
Just be yourself. At the end of the day, I think being a Black woman is so amazing. We have so many attributes that a lot of people don't have. There's something about the strength, and I hate using the word like strong Black woman, but there's something about our strength and our wisdom and like situations that we've grown up in that a lot of people don't have, that we really can use to our benefit. So being yourself, obviously, and with that, being your awesome self, make your connections. Because one thing I did notice is that like when I stayed true to myself, people noticed me and they remembered me. So
yes. I'm here for last words of wisdom. I'm here for life gems. You guys definitely want to go back and check out the whole episodes of all of these, because they're giving gems, they're giving lives, even the themed ones. You guys want to go back and check out season 3. If you have not done it, I'm telling you, it is worth it. It has been so much fun going back in memory lane with you guys. I hope to continue to bring you all the things and all the contents and all the laughs and smiles and even moments that kind of make you be like, I could possibly cry, but I won't. So thank you so much for rocking out with me. This is actually the longest recap episode to date, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. There was just so much stuff that I really wanted you guys to see in this episode, so you got a little bit more than I usually give you in these recaps, but You're welcome. All right, until next time, guys, you've been watching Talk to Me Tuesday. It's your girl, Anja. You can follow me at It's Your Girl _Anja. Once again, it's your girl _ANJA. And until next Tuesday, I'm going to see you later. Bye.